Hello. Welcome back to the stream that I've been doing a long time now. Yes, I've been doing a lot of streams lately, but this one's a little bit different, guys. This one's gonna be one of those entertaining and something like that. So, guys, this stream is not gaming, and this stream is not to have fun. I mean, I'm gonna have fun doing this stream. But if you guys, this is an informative stream talking about important stuff. It's gonna be a really good stream, and I tell you right now that you guys are gonna learn something, either one or two things. But guys, if this isn't your thing, at least just stick around. You might be interested in this. It's not something that you should just throw away and stuff, you know. It's like it's gonna be something you guys want to watch. So yes, we're here doing a live stream, and I am gonna tell you the way of YouTube right now on this live stream. Doodle 2G's version, because this is my version of how people are gonna see this live stream. This is my way. This is my eyes. This is my view. This is my research that I've done. And I've done this research for a very long time. So guys, you just gotta go with the flow right now, because this is my stuff right here. And guys, if you look in the description, you could see the link to this presentation. So if you want to go with me on this live stream, or after this live stream ends, you could just go on this on your own, then be my guest, because I have it here. But you're not going to be able to edit it, okay? So if you guys are going to just meme around and start breaking my hard work, that ain't happening. It's not happening now. It's not happening tomorrow. It's not happening 10 years from now. First slide. Disclaimer, this live stream and presentation is going to be about YouTube and YouTube only. I'm going to be talking about the idea of the YouTube algorithm. If you don't know what that is, I will explain right now, actually. The YouTube algorithm is how, just in general, where the videos of your channel get placed, and just how to get, like, a big name on YouTube, and how to get a lot of views, how to get subscribers, and all that stuff. But you might be thinking, why would a guy with 400 subscribers tell you this stuff? Why should I listen to a guy that's not that famous? Well, I'll tell you right now, I've done a lot of research, and I don't think that I would stay at this amount of subscribers for that long, really. Because I think that if I use this research that I've found, and all this stuff that I used to look for in the YouTube algorithm and all this stuff. I've just done a lot of research on the YouTube algorithm and all that stuff. And I'll tell you how to start a YouTube channel. Thank you. Enjoy the stream and slide 2. Table of contents, the first category. How to YouTube. We're going to talk about the YouTube channel name. We'll talk about topics of videos, equipment, and gear. This is including software and hardware. I'm going to talk about YouTube Studio and basics. Vocab will be included. PR, public relations train, media train. I'll tell you all about this stuff. Table of contents for the second category. Now, this is the YouTube algorithm, and I'm getting a little bit more deeper into this stuff than how to YouTube, because how to YouTube, that's much more easier than trying to figure out the YouTube algorithm. So I'm going to talk about the types of viewers. This is unique/core and casual and new. We're going to talk about traffic sources. We're going to talk about YouTube Adsense or monetization. We're going to talk about YouTube algorithm, how it constantly changes. That's why I put it in the beginning, how it just constantly changes. It's very important. That's why I put it in red. Word limit and title. We're going to go straight to the point. The perfect thumbnail. We're going to talk about all that stuff. We're going to talk about the description. We're going to talk about examples, like how these specific YouTubers, like how they use the YouTube algorithm in a way. We're going to talk about MrBeast. We're going to talk about Dream. We're going to talk about Tommyinit. We're going to talk about Ryan Trahan and Beluga. I just realized that I spelled Tommyinit wrong, so I'm going to fix that. Haha. Guys, I'm telling you that I could always... Hey, someone's here. Anonymous camera. Okay. We got anonymous people in the slideshow, so that's pretty cool. And Beluga. I think I said Beluga already, but here we go. Go on, next topic, how to start a video. First 15 seconds. We're going to talk about pacing too. That's also very important, but not as important as the YouTube algorithm in general. But pacing is very important in a video. Upload breathing space. What I mean by that, I will talk about later in the video, but I'll give you a brief summary. YouTube breathing space is the amount of time you give before making another video, and letting the video like have its own breathing space to like get as popular as like peak, just get to its peak. And rinse and repeating good video ideas and improving every time. Posting videos on different platforms, like I'm talking about like Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that stuff. Trend jacking videos. I put Dream execution because this is something that Dream did. And again, I'll talk about this later in the live stream. Asking yourself the 3 questions about your videos: interesting idea, entertaining and engaging, and is it easy to follow? This 3 things. This is optional, obviously. And the last one is standing out and being unique, because that's obviously the most important thing. And we're going to finish it off with a Q&A. So, I'll give you guys like chances to like write in the chat saying like questions and stuff, and I'll read your comments and I'll try to answer it as the best of my ability to answer it, obviously. First things first, how to YouTube channel in general. So the YouTube channel name, obviously. So in my opinion, right, and I put this in capitals, in my opinion, your channel name should not be long. Because you know why? Because why would someone read a channel that's super long and like they wouldn't remember it, right? And look, I wrote short and sweet, and I wrote how it's easy to remember and anybody can pronounce it with ease. Anybody can pronounce MrBeast with ease. Anybody can pronounce Dream. Anybody can pronounce the odd ones out. And obviously everybody could pronounce Doodle Tucci because that's just the best name out of everybody. But I'm just being biased. And numbers are okay too, but you don't usually put more than 1. Look, see how the odd ones out, you only put 1 number, and then I put 1 number too because Doodle 2G. I only put 2G because this was the second channel, but now it's my main. So, next topic. How to YouTube finding your topic of videos. That's kind of tying into what I just said, topic. Anyways, I'm going to talk about that never, because that was just a little tangent. There are various types of topics, including gaming, vlogs, animations, movies, TV shows, singing, etc. There's all these different topics of videos, and it could be anything. The way to find a topic of your video is completely up to you, and you could be creative as much as you want and jump into different topics. You could always jump like from gaming to vlogs to TV or all that something. You could always just jump into different things. It's just gotta be gradual. You can't do it right away. And you could always create a topic of videos that someone's never even found out yet, or like never even thought of. Like you could always just make something just brand new, and then people will just like be like, how did nobody ever make that topic? And then you could break the algorithm. But we'll talk about the algorithm later, like I just said. Example. I'll give an example for this. So, Dream made Minecraft popular again by creating a never-before-seen challenge before. A never-before-seen challenge. I don't know why I said that. Minecraft Manhunt. Changing the way people see Minecraft. Because obviously, nobody really thought about trying to beat the game while someone else is trying to stop you from beating the game. It's a very, very smart idea or video topic. How to YouTube finding your topic of videos part 2. When trying to figure out videos, you could always borrow content from ideas from others, but you can't just like copy and paste the video, obviously. You could just like make it but your version of the video. And you could always do that and just like start to build onto like to make your own kind of content like on that topic, but just with a unique twist. There's always tons and tons of different ways to create diverse ideas to others or add a good twist to the video to make it more different than others. You know, there's always some way to make something different. It's just like it's very, very crazy how you could do this. It's just the YouTube is just such a big platform that there's always like a numerous types of ways to do this. It's just crazy how you could do this. how YouTube is. It's just YouTube's crazy. It's in general. YouTube gear and equipment. It's not just YouTube. You can use gear and equipment for anything. I'm going to go into business mode real quick. So you should either go with the gear that you have already in your house and just start making videos, or you could just buy the cheapest deals or best deals for something to work in your videos. You should never just go out, right, and buy the Hollywood grade A equipment just so you can make some videos, because you never know, you could always lose interest in YouTube, and then that equipment is just wasted. And also, sometimes the cheap equipment may work better because it's always more practical, and it's always like the cheaper stuff is usually made for beginners, while expensive equipment is more for the people that like are more advanced or like know how to work these things, right? So depending on what you need, like a camera, a laptop, or microphone, just be very smart with your money and actions when it comes to this. Just think practical and not flashy. Like, look at this photo of MrBeast. When he started YouTube, he had a humble beginning, man. This guy started with the iPhone 5, and now he's got tons of warehouse because he just grew from things that he used, like, in his house, and then he started to make videos more and more and just got more famous. Like, guys, you don't need to start with like the most flashy stuff. It's just not worth it to buy flashy stuff from the beginning. You could always just use the stuff that you have right now and make the videos that you can right now, so then you could always just work up to build up to new things. It just needs to be like that. You don't need to go from point A to point B like that quickly. You just got to start slow and gradually get to where you want to be. You could always make the most for what you have. And if you're young like me, you could always ask for something on a birthday wish, or if you have a part-time job, just save up your money and just be wise with your money, because you always want to set wants and needs into different places. Also, when you get the product you bought, this is on just a side tangent, just watch a YouTube tutorial on the product. Just saves a bunch of time not looking at instructions. It's kind of ironic because you're using it to do YouTube videos, and then you watch a YouTube tutorial. It's crazy, I know, right? Next slide. How to YouTube gear and equipment software. Continuing business mode. When it comes to softwares, you might need to get out that credit / debit / wallet / money in general, because software companies, like editing software companies, can be slightly cunning with their deals because they say it's free, but there's always a catch. And I wrote this in red because I want you to remember this. Watermarks. I have to say, it's a really smart marketing tactic to get the money, and yeah, they gotta pay taxes too. I'll also explain what watermarks mean. It's just the brand name, the editing software, or like whatever software name, just flat out in the middle of just the screen. It's bad. It really is bad. It doesn't matter though, because sometimes they always do this thing where they do limited time offers where you don't pay monthly, and you could do a one-time offer and have a lifetime subscription like me. Yes, you're hearing that right. Doodle2G, paid $60 for this editing software called Wondershare Filmora. I use Filmora 9, but I use Filmora 11 now because they keep updating. Back in 2020, and got an amazing lifetime subscription for $60. I know that's expensive still, but that's better to pay once than monthly. So, whatever software you need to buy, like I said before, save and be wise with your money, and try to find the cheapest and best offer for things when it comes to these things like that, you know? And like I say, if it's free, then it's for me, because it rhymes, it makes sense. Just go with it. How to YouTube, YouTube Studio, and basics. When you start a YouTube channel, there's a thing called YouTube Studio to help track how well you are doing in YouTube. YouTube Studio ranges from telling you the news about YouTube Studio to your video analytics and everything about your channel. Some vocab words to know before I go to my own YouTube Studio, because I'm going to show you my YouTube Studio just to show you the things around. Or you could look at your own, and I could help you by talking about all these things. So, here are some vocab words that you need to learn. CTR, click-through rate. The percentage amount of people that saw your thumbnail and then clicked on your video afterwards. So, if someone saw your video and then they clicked it, it would show the percentage amount of people that saw it, the thumbnail, and then just clicked it. So, Audience retention, that's the average percentage of how long someone watches your video. So that's just an average, like as in like the whole, all your people, like all the viewers you have. And then watch time is the amount of hours in total that all of your viewers when watching, like watch time is like you could have watch time for one video, or it could show you your watch time for all your videos. And then impressions, that's the amount of times someone has seen your thumbnail. And then we got AVD, average viewer duration, the amount of average time your viewers watch your video, determined by your total watch time on a video divided by the amount of viewers. So if you have, like, let's say 5 hours of watch time and you have 20 views, so it would divide the total watch time by the amount of viewers, and that would be your AVD. Session time, that's the total time of a viewer watching your content in one sitting. Binge watching a channel's video, that's it. And I put CTR and AVD are the two big key factors into the YouTube algorithm, and where the video gets placed on YouTube is looked after seeing the stats on these factors. The higher the percentage, the better. So I will show you, because since I'm live streaming right now, I'm gonna go to YouTube Studio, and this is YouTube Studio right now. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, you guys can see it. Alright, cool. That's pretty nice. So this is YouTube Studio, guys. So it shows you your latest anything like live stream or video right here, and then it will show your current subscribers, and it will show your views and everything. So look, see how it shows like how many views, watch time. This shows my top videos right now that are up right now. And then it would show the creator inside. It'll give you some video tips, shows your recent subscribers, and it shows what's new in YouTube Studio. And it shows your latest comments, published videos. And these are all the things it shows. Look, see on the right, these are all the things you could see. You got settings, send feedback. I'll go through this later. And then right here, I don't know if you could see my cursor, or maybe you can, hopefully. I don't know, that would be bad. But if you look at the top right, you could see the create button, right? It shows a film button and all that stuff. It shows upload videos or go live. That's pretty cool. That's all you could see and everything. Then you got content. There we go. You could see all my channel content and everything that I've posted. It shows live or not live. And then it shows playlists, analytics, comments, subtitles, copyright, all that stuff. So I'll explain this in the next slide. So here we go to the next slide, right? YouTube Studio and Basics Part 2. So the categories shown on the left, like I showed earlier, you got Dashboard, which gives you a quick summary on your channel and gives the news on the YouTube Studio, which like gives like updates and saying like what got updated on the YouTube Studio, or like giving tips for your YouTube channel, as well as just showing like how the YouTube algorithm changed and everything. That shows that too. And content. This is all the content your channel has ever posted. This includes both videos and live streaming, showing published videos and live streams that are public, unlisted and private. Unlisted means the public that are not shown on your YouTube channel page. It's public, but it's just not shown there. So wait, hold on, guys. There we go. I fixed it. Sometimes you guys make mistakes, guys. Guys, we all make mistakes. Playlist shows all the playlists you ever made, including public playlists for your channel and the playlist made for you. Analytics gives the stats on your channel, just gives like the whole statistic. It goes really deep into your statistics when it comes to videos or your whole channel analytics. And this shows how you're doing better or worse. And they show this by getting green or gray arrows. Green is better. That means like going up. And then gray arrows, they show it by going down. Comments, that shows all the comments on your videos that are replied or not replied, or shows the comments that are held for review that nobody can see but you. So it shows like when it says held for review, that means the YouTube like wrote like there's a automated like comment system where they put the comment on held for review just to make sure if the comment is just in case if the comment is inappropriate or just misunderstood. So we got part 3, YouTube basics, because there's more to this. You got subtitles. This gives you the privilege to write your subtitles in different languages. We could say Spanish, French, all that type of stuff, and it automatically has the generated feature. If you've seen my subtitles, I would always have the generated English subtitles because I'm too lazy to write actual subtitles. But if someone's looking for a job, I don't have the money for it, so don't actually ask me for a job approval. So we got copyright. This is a page where you could create a removal request, because sometimes when people have music in their videos, it could get copyrighted and all that stuff. And you could always have a removal request to remove a copyright claim stating that you have a license to or the rights to the song. And yeah, because if you have a copyright claim, that means the video is not monetized. Or it could go even further than that. If you have a copyright video, sometimes it won't show in specific countries, or it just won't be shown at all. Monetization: when you are not eligible, it will show how many subscribers you need and how much watch time you need. This is 2,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of total watch time. I'll explain that more, but there's not really that much to explain. But I do have a separate slide for that. I'm not talking to Alexa. Oh, okay, I'll eat a yogurt later. Customization: you could customize a video spotlight, meaning once someone goes on your channel page, which is, I'll show you if I go to YouTube, and then I go to my channel, you could see this is the channel page. So I have a channel spotlight right now, which is this live stream right now. And here we have all my videos right here. That's a channel page. This is the channel page. And it'll automatically play the video once you're on the channel page, which is a spotlight video. And you could also make a channel banner, which is the right here, or you could have a watermark, so when you watch one of my videos you can see that I have my logo as my watermark. That's simple enough. And you could also add URLs to your channel banner. Like, I'll go back again. See how I have Twitter or this YouTube little symbol? It will go straight to this channel, which is my original main channel, but I don't post anymore there, so I don't know. We're just talking about that. That's a side tangent again. Customization is done. We'll talk about now audio library, which allows you to download free music and sound effects to use on your videos, or like just when you edit your videos. And most of the time it's free, and sometimes you need to give credit in description when it says that CC. If you read that, you could see in the description for the music, it'll say that you gotta do blah blah blah, that stuff. How to YouTube: PR trained, public relations, media trained. I am not a genius, and I'll say this again, I am not a genius or never claimed to be one, and I never went to college yet or went to any school about public relations, and I was never trained on the following topic. If you ever get famous and someone asks you, how much do you make, then you would always answer without giving an exact amount. You could always play higher or lower, just like Jack Doherty. Let's watch the following video, and hopefully you can hear it.
What's your name?
Jack Doherty.
Let me ask you a question, and I want you to be honest with me.
Yeah.
How much money have you made from YouTube at 15 years old?
Take a guess. I'll say higher or lower.
Okay, great. Wow, you've been PR trained. You've been media trained. If you bought a house, where do you live?
New York.
Okay.
Manhattan.
Where in
No,
New York?
not in Long Island. But the house isn't in Long
Where
Island.
in Long Island? Where'd you buy the house, kid?
I in like Tennessee or something. I'm not sure.
You bought a house in Tennessee.
Why?
Because
Randomly?
that's where like the ROI is the highest.
ROI.
What, kid?
Return on investment. Who are you?
Yeah.
What's your current CPM?
Like 7.
You got
How does he know what that
I don't
is?
even know what that means.
How do you
bro.
know? Who are you? All right, listen.
Go, look at God, my boy.
$500,000.
Higher.
You've made more than this.
Well, you get the idea. So that's just PR training. That's that he was talking about in the beginning of the video with Logan Paul. But there it is. How do I X out of that? I don't know what I just did.
Jack Doherty.
I can't X out. Oh, there we go. I got. Oh, okay. I didn't mean to do that. But here we are back in the live stream and slideshow. So that video, that was a quick preview just showing how he was PR trained and Logan Paul caught that and said that out loud. And in PR training, you need some PR training because it can help you with managing a crisis and being able to handle a negative publicity. So just in case, if you made a mistake or get canceled or anything like that, you can always use your PR training, or like watch a YouTube tutorial and try to learn how to be able to handle negative publicity, as well as building authority and leadership through the media. Credits to this YouTube channel, Top Line Film Video Production Company. Like I said before, and I'll say that again, like I said before, I am not a professional whatsoever in PR training, because I do not want someone to say to me, hey, why are you saying some false information? Because I don't think this is false, but I'm just saying from the research that I have done. So, PR training.
What's your name?
Jack.
Okay. Second category, we got the YouTube algorithm. Welcome to the second part, or the much longer and thorough part of the live stream, where I'm going to be more in depth with YouTube and its whole algorithm within itself. So, while you're here, if you made it this far into the live stream right now, or when it's done, please be sure to subscribe, because if you made it this far, that means you're clearly hooked into the stream and you want to watch more videos that Dual2G has made. So, if you want to watch more of my content, just go to my channel, Dual2G, search it up, or you could just click on my profile, and you could see some of my content that I make, because I make some Fortnite games, I do gaming, if you see, I've done Roblox before, but this is a new era, 2022, I've done new things right now. It's April, and I'm going strong right here, and this is something that is going big into my new era, obviously. Before I continue any further, big shout out to Patty Galloway, and I'll say it one more time, and I haven't read because it's a big shout out. Big shout out to Patty Galloway. Unless if I said this wrong, I am very, very sorry, because this guy really helped me with my research and the things that I've concluded with this presentation / live stream. And this would not have been organized or as in depth if it wasn't for him. So I really shout out to him, because he really did give me some good research, because I used most of my research from him. And I also did a lot of more research after that. But Patty Galloway, was the guy to do this big help for me. I don't know how I just stumbled in words, but guys, that's just me. My research from him, and I also did a lot of more research after that, but so YouTube algorithm, types of viewers in YouTube when you watch your videos. When people watch your videos, I'll say that again. When people watch your videos, there are 3 different types of viewers. And I'll tell you what they are. You got unique / core, casual, and new. And I'll explain this right now. Unique / core viewers. These are the types of viewers to watch a lot of your videos, like most or all of them. And they'll watch them most of the way through or all of the way through, and are shown in YouTube Studio as returning viewers. Casual viewers, these are the type of people who watch the video and are relatively new to your channel and have watched a handful of your videos. Casual viewers are also shown in YouTube Studio as returning viewers, so keep that in mind. But these are split into more in-depth categories. So we got new viewers. These are the viewers that you see in your analytics that have just seen your channel for the first time and has watched 1 or 2 of your videos and just checked out and said, this guy looks pretty entertaining. And yeah. So here is your job as a YouTuber, or if you want to get into YouTube. This is a job a YouTuber would need to do. This is what you want to do, at least. You want to convert your new viewers to your casual into unique. So if you do this really well and execute this in a proper state, then you are in a good state. See what I did there? Next slide. YouTube algorithm, traffic sources. In the YouTube Studio, there is a type of analytics setting called traffic sources, which is a big factor that can help you a lot because it tells you how the viewer got to your video. And you need this because then you could see how you like in the YouTube algorithm where your video got placed, and then you could always just rinse and repeat that. I'll talk about that later, but that's how you could do this. So, you got browse features, YouTube search, suggested videos, channel pages, and notifications. Notifications is notifications. Channel pages is through either your channel page or other. And like I said before, this is a channel. Well, this is YouTube Studio, but this is a channel page. And here we go back into the slideshow. I'll go into suggested videos. This is like if you watch someone's video, or you're watching a video right now, like at the moment, you could see right now at your right, you could see the suggested videos to your right when watching my video right now. Those are suggested videos that are telling you if you watch this video, then these are some videos that are connected to this topic and you might be interested in it at the moment. YouTube search, these are the viewers when searching for a topic, see your video categorized in that YouTube search category. Like if you searched up cars, it would probably show like the brand new cars, the most famous cars, top 10 cars, all that stuff. Browse features, these are the recommended page like on YouTube or under subscription. So like if someone saw your video under the subscription feed, which would be this, so like in your subscriptions they see this is your subscription, and then they click on the video from there, that is a part of a browse feature, or on your recommended page. So when you open up YouTube, you see all these types of videos. That is a browse feature. Usually, what you want is the suggested videos, because that is usually the most, like if you had this in the most percentage, that would mean that you would have more new viewers than the same amount of people, or like the same casual and unique viewers. So you want to aim for suggested, YouTube search, and browse features, because these are usually the types of traffic that would get you the new viewers and get you more up in famousness. And the next slide, like I said earlier, YouTube AdSense or monetization. This isn't really that deep or hard. I said this earlier, and there's nothing really much to talk about. All you need to know is that in YouTube AdSense, which is like getting, like if you have ads in your videos, you will get money because you showed those ads. Or you don't even need that sometimes, but in order to be eligible to get monetized, or your videos to get monetized, you would need 4,000 hours of watch time total on your channel. So from everybody that's watched your videos, you would need 4,000 hours of that. And you would need a total of 2,000 subscribers in order to be eligible and monetized. So, the next step after that is you would have to get two-factor authorized, and you would need to, and then you would get eligible from the YouTube review place, right? So, if you could see on the YouTube taskboard, right? On right here, this is what you could see. Grow with YouTube. It'll show, like, after this, you could submit an application showing that your channel will get reviewed by YouTube against our YouTube monetization policies. So, if you don't have any community guideline strikes, which is, like, if you get, like, if they're showing, like, anything from the YouTube strike guideline, like, you have to be following that. And if you don't follow that, then you could get your channel, like, ban struck, which, like, your channel will literally disappear, or it'll just, like, be on the edge. So you will get an email when you're eligible to apply, right? And then you could get monetized. That's simply as that. And I put bruh moment because money. Anyways, YouTube algorithm is constantly changing. We got that upside down MrBeast. Yes, sir. When it comes to the YouTube algorithm, it is based on how the platform bases your videos. This includes your topic of the video, like gaming, whatever, all that stuff, thumbnail, description, tags, and titles. You might not know what a tag is, but let's say if you watch one of my videos, you could see tags, or on this, like if you have Social Blade, like me, that's a extension. You could see these tags, and YouTube Social Blade, that's for YouTubers to see like how good you're doing, and it'll give you all these statistics and all that stuff. And it shows all these things that I put as tags in the video. These are all the tags that I put in my videos. And the YouTube algorithm uses that to categorize where it should be put. And the YouTube algorithm also bases this on the change as a society and how the world, it just changes a lot. It could be changed because of the society or how people respond to certain videos and how it gets picked up and rolls into a big, more popular, widely known video. Back then, videos, the YouTube algorithm was based on if a video had a long length, like in hours, it would get long watch time. Like, look at this MrBeast video. This is 24 hours long of him counting to 100,000. To the number 100,000, obviously. Nowadays, it's difficult to get a long video with long watch time, so people make shorter videos and shorter and sweet videos at around 10 minutes, and those videos usually get a fair amount of views. However, Dream had accomplished to make a long video with insane audience retention with its Minecraft Manhunt, and I will explain this later in the live stream / presentation. I'm not going to go through that stuff, so I'm not going to go through that video for 24 hours. Then this stream would really be a long stream. But this stream is going to be a very long stream even without it, but it'll be even longer. So, you want to know how to make a title, and I'll tell you right now, there's a science, there's a madness to the sequence, right? There's a whole sequence to this thing. There's a whole craziness. There's a whole science right now. I will tell you the science now. So, your word limit in your title needs to be straight to the point. Usually, a video's title can contain a full amount of 100 characters, meaning that you can do a handful of words, right? But there's a but to this. You need to have, or you want your title to have 4 to 7 words with no fluff. Don't write a full summary of your video on your title, because then what's the point in having a video out when you could just write in words? Your video title should always have, or should somewhat kind of, it doesn't have to have, but you should consider it. It could have a cliffhanger, but it should definitely have a hook so that people would want to click on your video in the first place. Also, the words cut off at a certain point and put ... If you've seen someone writes a bunch of words and then it says ... you can't even read the rest, so nobody would really want to watch the rest of the video because you don't want to click the video because you don't even know what the title says. But that's the whole point. So you don't want to write too many words, and I don't even know why YouTube adds 100 characters in the first place. They should cut it down a little bit. And the video title should also be not an excluding title. That includes a reference that casual and unique viewers will understand. They should be titles that everyone, including new viewers, will understand and would be interested to watch the video. So let me tell you something that KSI did, but he's there's no hate to KSI, but this is something that he did that's only for casual and unique viewers, right? So he put in this video title, "One question go returns." You wouldn't understand this if you were a new viewer. Or if you didn't know KSI, you would not understand this reference, "One question go returns." Only KSI viewers would understand this reference, but no hate to him, and he's certified GOAT. Any viewer that watched this video, though, right, MrBeast, would you swim with sharks for $100,000? There's no reference that only MrBeast viewers would understand. Anybody would, see this and be like, this is pretty interesting. I want to see this. There's no references. And anybody knows, that makes sense. This doesn't make sense to a new viewer, but this would make sense to any viewer. So, new viewers would want to click on it. Casual viewers would want to click on it. And as well as unique. So, that's just how YouTube is. YouTube algorithm, the perfect thumbnail. Obviously, and I say obviously because I'm being a little dramatic with this title and chapter, because it's not gonna make it a perfect thumbnail, but it would definitely make it a thumbnail that would create more impressions, More impressions mean people that would see the video thumbnail, and a higher CTR percentage rate, which means that people would want to click on it right after. And if you haven't noticed YouTube thumbnails these days, you could see a highlight of a video photoshopped with the YouTuber's face, making a dramatic face. Like, as you can see, you got Liza Beam. He's got a dramatic face like, oh my god. And then you got Cypher PK being like, bruh. And then you got Tommyinit being like, and then you got MrBeast just being crazy and all that stuff. And that's just how they do it. And then they got in the background something crazy going on. Like, you see Squid Game, you got the before and after. Then you got, like, famous people like Technoblade in the background. And then you got, like, something insane with a sniper and a banana guy in the back. You got Peely in the back. And you got Lachlan with money. Obviously, people would want to click on that when you see money on the title. And that's just how they do it. You got this, like, they just spotlight their face, showing a dramatic expression with something in the background to capture the viewer's attention, wanting to click on the video. Again, raising the CTR percentage rate. The YouTube algorithm, perfect thumbnail, part 2. Another thing when it comes to these things is that the title in your thumbnail should always connect to your thumbnail. Like, okay, so let me explain what I mean. You can write keywords in your thumbnail, right? If you wrote, this kid said what, this is my video, by the way, and then you write, this kid said what on the thumbnail, why would you want to read the thumbnail twice? I mean, the title twice. Why would you read in the title twice? It should always be usually like a connection, like a tie. Like, I wrote, this kid said what, and then the caption say, I will default dance on your grave. That ties in. It's a connection. Look, you would read this first, and then you'd read this second. Everybody would see this. You would usually read the title first, and then see the thumbnail, and then the thumbnail would make sense, right? If you read, I Survived 50 Hours in Darkness by Ryan Trahan, you could see in the thumbnail, it ties in, and it shows him saying 43 hours in, and this is how he looks in the darkness right now. And he's going crazy. It just ties in. It always needs to have keywords in the video, or it's like an add-on. It needs to like add on to the title. So if it's like saying, it's like completing the sentence. So it's just saying like a first 3 words of the sentence, and then it ends off in that's the sentence ending off. Or it's like, it just needs to tie in somehow. That's how it works. The YouTube algorithm description. When it comes to the description, most people would think it's not that important. But what if I told you that it is? What if I told you that the description actually did really matter? So, you want to know how this makes sense? I'll tell you how this would make sense. You would want the title of the video to tie in with the description, right? Giving in a short, brief summary as to what happens in the video, but not giving all of the information. What you can do in the description is just write a short, brief summary that you need to use keywords, right? And when I say keywords, I mean the words that pop out the most out of all other words in your video's title or description, whatever. Look, this video, how I keep getting recognized in public, ties into the description. Look how he says in the first sentence, it explains how his whole world keeps finding his YouTube channel. This was insane. Then he talks about how in the first paragraph talks about this, and then the second paragraph he talks about how his video title is not any of these following, but these are all keywords and necessary fluff. I'll get into this in the next slide right now. So, this is a lot of stuff to talk about. But description part 2. If you see the description on the bottom right, you could see how the first sentence in one of Tommyinit's videos, he rewords the title of his videos in a different way while still using the same keywords. Then, he puts his socials and all that other blah 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 stuff. But, when you look closer into this, and check out the bottom of the description, you'll see something that helps the YouTube algorithm when putting his videos in the more suggested side of YouTube and getting in more impressions and higher CTR percentage from this tactic. His tactic is that in the end, he gives a brief summary in the first paragraph and talking about what happens in the video while writing a little necessary fluff by adding more keywords that would appeal to the viewer. Then, in the second paragraph, he will state things that the video isn't, but relates to the video and Tommy himself, because those are the types of videos he makes. Look, he writes not Dream SMP, not Dream Minecraft server or Minecraft, but Live Arrivals or all that other stuff. You would think that this sounds like gibberish and this is hieroglyphics right now, but he does this on purpose. He writes all these titles that like other titles because he's done videos like this before, or done like topics like these, just to make sense. Because look, if someone from the Dream SMP watches Dream SMP stuff, they would probably watch this because Tommy is a part of the Dream SMP, or just Minecraft in general. People love Minecraft, and the people that love Minecraft would want to watch this video. Now, here we are in the examples. Guys, raise your hand if you love MrBeast, because I do. I don't know why I had to say that, but I did. It just makes sense, guys. So, like I said before in the chapters or in the table of contents, I'm gonna give examples, and my first example is MrBeast. And for this explanation of how he beat YouTube, we'll use his most famous video right as of now, as of 2022. It's his Squid Game recreation. So, let's start off with saying that MrBeast is a complete mastermind when it comes to audience retention and his execution, and this is shown in his execution, or when he executed in his recreation of Squid Game, and this was immaculate. He explained the entire topic of the video in 15 seconds, so you don't even have time to click off the video, and then he starts the first game of Squid Game right away. Like, he is so fast that the viewer won't get bored at all. And then he does this tactic where he basically in the intro does 1 second, and then he does one cut. He just like cuts off, like he says 1 second equals one cut, just like crazy, to the other scene, so the viewer just doesn't wait. His editing pace right now, like in the beginning of the video, is very quick, and he keeps it very the same pace throughout the video, but most of the time in the intro it's very fast, and then throughout the video it gets a little bit slower, but still it's pretty fast at the same time. And then you could see how 456, this was big in the Netflix show Squid Games, and 67. These are big numbers that were like crazy in the show. And then he's just crazy like that. And let me tell you right now how, like, if you guys saw the title, you could see that in the video he puts his first word as $456,000. That's his first word in the title. He puts money in the title. So obviously, when it comes with money, the viewers obviously like to see that stuff, and they want to see what happens with money, and that just makes the viewer want to click on it more. And then MrBeast has also done this tactic where he's also in the foreground and makes a dramatic face while he has a lot of people. Just like he puts his face in the foreground to show that this is his video, and then he puts in the background something big happening, which shows like the girl counting on doing red light, green light with all the people in the Squid Game suits. He does that because he's very smart. That's just how he does it. And also, he does this thing where he's very contrasted and wearing the Squid Game guard red jumpsuit thing, and everybody else is wearing green. So you could see how his whole thumbnail pops out with red, and then the yellow girl in the back, and then the green in the middle ground, and all that stuff. Now let's talk about Dream. This is the second example. So let's start off with saying that Dream, when he started his YouTube channel, started popping off when he started to post videos on YouTube and his Minecraft world. The hype about this content was all about if they could crack the case and find PewDiePie's Minecraft seed. A tactic that some YouTubers like to do to cause themselves fame is called trend jacking. Trend jacking is when a famous trend occurs, and let's say, for example, the Will Smith event, that whole democracy and all that stuff occurs that occurs, and then everybody starts talking about it, and it's trending everywhere in all different social medias, and then people start posting videos on the topic, and it's all related. Well, that's what Dream did. He trend jacked PewDiePie's infamous Minecraft seed by posting it on Reddit and different platforms where people could find the video and not spam, and it's all related to the situation currently going on, and got attention, then started gaining views and subscribers at a rapid rate. First off, Minecraft is a very big game, and a lot of people make videos on that game, so it's really hard to stick out like a sore thumb, but Dream execute this like a boss. Then he started to move away from trend jacking videos because it started to die down. All trends start to die down. And then he started to add some of his own personality in his videos. Then the big thing happened where he created the biggest breakthrough, Minecraft Manhunt. This blew him up way bigger than the whole trend jacking in the first place. But he needed a whole platform, his own platform, to get to where he is now. That's just how he did this. YouTube algorithm examples, Dream Part 2. In Minecraft Manhunt, he accomplished something that nobody has ever achieved in a very long time. And this is how he got his subscriber growth faster than anyone else. He was able to achieve this when he started the Minecraft Manhunts. In the Minecraft Manhunts, he did something done in YouTube, never done in a long time. He made a long video, and it got long audience retention, guys. Guys, I don't know how, you just, let this sink in, guys. He made a long video that was, an hour long, and got people to watch most of the hour, or at least, 40 minutes of it. Guys, the guy was a mastermind, obviously. And he was able to, and you want to know how he was able to do this, guys? I'll tell you right now. He was able to do this by being an absolute gamer. I'm kidding. He was actually not. It actually ties in. I say this because he was an insane clutcher and an overall great Minecraft player. But let me read this part first. What he did was he used a really popular game and putting his own twist. Minecraft Manhunt was a good video idea in the first place, and how he made this even better was he added good pacing. Because if you look in his videos and where he's half a heart, he adds intense moments and adds the right music at the right time and puts these like you're on the edge seats and just crazy. That's what he does. And then he also puts in between these intense moments breather moments, and he's talking to his hunter's friends and just has a fun time and just puts funny moments in between, and you're always on the edge of your seat because you don't know what's about to happen next. Dream also makes the whole video more intense by making these moments where he's half out of heart and he's almost about to die, like I said before. He keeps doing this and just making the viewer go crazy. And another thing that he makes the viewers go crazy and start saying PogChamp is when he starts to do these things where he makes insane clutched moments. And let's say, for example, that time in one of his Minecraft Manhunts where he used boats in the nether to walk on lava. He was crazy. That was crazy. Nobody's ever thought about that usually. He said he found it on Reddit, but still. It's nobody's seen that, not that amount of people. And plus, it's very impressive to do, because nobody does that just randomly, hey, why don't I try this for once and see what happens. Next person. We got Tommyinit, man. We got Tommyinit. When it comes to Tommyinit, he, in YouTube, is great at storytelling, which is really a big factor, because you need to be able to do storytelling very well in order to get your viewers to be able to follow the video well. So, let me tell you 3 things, and I'll tell this and I'll explain this later in the video. It's an optional thing you could do. It's just ask yourself when making these videos: is the video idea interesting? Is it entertaining and engaging? And lastly, is it easy to follow? If you follow all of these, then it will be a really good video. Tommy knows how to make the video easy to follow in his storytelling videos by editing an animated funny video while giving context to new viewers and not boring the casual and unique viewers at the same time. This animated video doesn't have any static footage because everything's moving every couple of seconds, and if you blink, you might have missed something, like a whole chunk of context. Plus, Tommy also adds subtitles in the videos. Now, subtitles, you might not know this, but this is big, because if you watch a video with subtitles, you're usually reading the subtitles because it just gets you more engaged. Because look, subtitles and reading, that's a whole activity. Look, see, I even said it's a psychological technique. I don't know. I'm just jumping in between things. Reading is an active activity, while listening and watching are passive. So when Tommyinit puts heavy subtitles, he asks for more of your attention, so you won't look away from the video, and it's hard to get lost in the video because it has all these different steps into keeping the viewer's retention. So, audience retention. Oh, that's what it is. Another thing that Tommy does is that he paces his videos in this way where he spaces out jokes every 1 to 2 minutes. So in these in-between parts, it gives momentum for the joke to make it even more funny. Like I said before, the subtitles, though. Subtitles are really big. And if you've seen YouTubers, they're kind of like copying off Tommy and just starting to add subtitles to make the video more passive. And if you've seen MrBeast's videos, in the first 15 seconds, he would have subtitles just to keep the audience retention for that portion like big, so then everybody would watch it for that 15 seconds, and then they'll just say, yeah, I'll stay for the rest of the video, and they won't click off. That's just how he does it. That's just, it's bigly. It's just bigly. That's just how he does it, guys. And now, Ryan Trahan. This guy. You might not know, but this guy is pretty big. I mean, like, look, he's like in this image. I got him in his most famous video, turning a penny and like living on a penny for 1 week and all that stuff. He made big videos on a penny and all that stuff. He just is crazy like this. But that's a side tangent. Let me just take a drink real quick because I'm getting thirsty. Okay. Proceeding. Ryan Trahan started blowing up in YouTube in 2018, but then started falling off into the infamous YouTube down spiral. And then he started losing subscribers and not getting as much views as he used to in his videos. Then Ryan started to gain views more rapidly and gain subscribers in this past year or two. And you want to know why he did this? You want to know why he blew up so quickly? Well, it was his part to not make a video that was not close to his personality. Cause look, these were the videos that made him not as popular. He started making videos that were like more for, like I said, these were not inclusive videos, titles and thumbnails. Like if you didn't know Ryan Trahan, you would not click on the video saying the truth about why we are dating. Cause if you don't know him, you wouldn't care. So he would just make videos differently that aren't on his personality and lifestyle, and because he was just excluding new viewers from wanting to click on the video in the first place. So next thing, he started to make videos that weren't focused on him, giving interest to more new viewers to want to click on the video, and they were challenge formatted, making the viewer want to see what's going to happen to Ryan, also giving novelty, which is original and unique. Let me start from the first thing, saying when he was giving interest, because he made videos that weren't on his personality, so everybody wants to click on the video in the first place. Because look, MrBeast doesn't do that either. Like, if you look at famous YouTubers, they don't put like personality type titles. They would always put inclusive titles, and I'll give an example on that later in the video. So next thing, I don't know why I just paused, but I thought I was gonna burp. But anyways, in his videos, he would, in the first second of the video, recreate the thumbnail showing why you clicked on the video in the first place, and explains the challenge as fast as he could, like I said, first 15 seconds, and shows his mentality in beating these types of challenge videos, showing on why you clicked the video, giving you a why. That's the big why. You need to have a big why in the video. YouTube algorithm examples. Ryan Trahan, part 2. Something else that Ryan does that are good tactics include low quality videos. Ryan purposely makes the video low quality edits, so it points out, like, it just points out that he has like more homemade kind of videos. Because look, if you make videos that look more homemade, then it would just look a lot more inclusive, right? And then it would just look relatable to the viewers. When it's homemade, it just is relatable. So keep that in mind if you ever make videos. Try to make it look more homemade, so then the viewer can have a more feel more related to the video in general. What he also does is he gives off a calm, mellow feeling in his videos to make the video seem as if you were talking, if he as in Ryan Trahan, would talk to you as a normal human. So he doesn't make the video sound like you're talking to a whole crowd. He makes it look like you're just talking to him in general, like in a normal conversation. Another thing that he does is nonstop talking, which is a really good tactic, and Ryan does this purposefully in the whole intro, so it'll just make it harder for the viewer to want to click off the video, because the viewer would want to understand, like, why does he keep talking, and why he just won't stop, so you just wouldn't want to click off because he doesn't make you bored. It's all about just like keeping the viewer just not bored. That's what I'm trying to say right now. Ryan Trahan Part 3. With Ryan's thumbnails, he likes to clickbait the thumbnail by making it more exaggerated, but delivers the same idea but with a less exaggerated video. So if you could see in one of his videos when he's like staying in the most quietest room and he's like clamping his ears with his hands, like he's covering his ears with his hands, he would make it more exaggerated. But in the video, it's not that exaggerated, and he's more like mellow, kind of like I said before, he's in a mellow vibe. But the whole video idea is delivered the same way, just less exaggerated. Especially in his thumbnail, he had mastered the idea of contrasting colors to make the thumbnail more appealing and get more CTR percentage. So Ryan his place is in the foreground. Look, he's in the foreground, as you can see in the right, where the video's titled "Trading 1 penny into a house in 1 week," and he's in the foreground with a blue jumpsuit and got a green background with the green trees and the green grass, and then he has white words or characters saying "I got a tiny home." Looks like I said before, tying into the title, and he's got a red arrow pointing to the brown house. Just explain the whole central idea of the video in that one thumbnail and title. Another thing that Ryan Trahan does makes him more diverse than other creators by both tying the theme of the videos with a sliver, and I say it again, sliver of personality mixed in, making videos that are more broad interest that any type of viewer would want to watch the video, even new viewers. Like, he makes it so where he makes it relate to the video by tying into the whole theme of the video and puts his personality in it. So let's say in his video when they explain how the silent room, when he was in the most world's silent room, he has the guy explain why the silent room is so silent, and gives a whole story on it, and then he ties that into him eating pork chops and putting in his personality into the video. And people say that you can't tie in your personality in videos anymore and put in your whole personality, but you can do it. There is a way to do it. It's just you gotta be very creative with it, and it needs to tie into the theme in order for videos to not get distracted or hard to follow. Because guys, like I said before, the video needs to be easy to follow. Next slide. Okay, now this guy, you are not gonna believe it, but Beluga, he really is a YouTube genius. Like, you would think these types of videos he makes are like a 4-year-old would make on the weekends, and it's just like crazy. Like you would think that he's a 4-year-old, but what if I told you this guy's a YouTube genius? Beluga's channel wasn't the first one he made. He had made a channel that had gotten almost 1 million subscribers, and then decided to make another channel called Survival Mode, which is Beluga's channel's first name. Beluga is very good with his session time when viewers watch his videos, because even though his videos are around 3 to 5 minutes, he makes videos bingeable, so then when the video ends, you watch the next video and the next video and the next video without a thought. So this making Beluga's session time very long, because even though his videos are 3 minutes, you would watch like 4 other videos, making it like 12 minutes long. So that's a binge session, or a session time of 60 minutes instead of 3. It adds on, like I said before. I would just, it's crazy how he, instead of making a long video, he just made a long session time. And we'll talk about sound effects, guys. He adds a variety of sound effects in his Discord skits, because just to make it more like visual effects, like edits are like very underrated, and people don't actually understand how useful visual edits are, because visual edits are very, very important into the video, because it adds more emphasis into the video. And visual edits, they're good too, but they're not as good as sound effects, because sound effects are more engaging, kind of, in a way. Like, they're more engaging than a visual edit. He would also add sudden pauses and add more comedic effect in these like pauses when it's just dead silent, and then he adds a sound effect. These sound edits are just really, really important in his Discord skits. To add on, in Beluga's text and Discord skits, they're very fast paced. So like the Discord comments move very fast, keeping the viewer actively reading, and like when you blink, you missed a whole part or like a whole chunk of context into the video, and that's super short and super fast, and it's very fast. YouTube algorithm examples, part 2. When it comes to Beluga's YouTube titles and thumbnails, you could definitely see how he makes it very homemade when it's very grainy kind of video and the title is very, very short. He makes this he does this thing where he makes his video very inclusive, bringing in more broad viewers into the video and making it very, very inclusive of a title by saying that you are Beluga and something happened to you, or as if you are doing something in the video. Like, let me say for an example, when you show your mom a meme. He doesn't say when Beluga, he says when you, as if you were the one showing your mom, so it makes it more relatable to the viewers. This video of Beluga is a very relatable topic and gives more appeal to all viewers feeling like they can relate to the video. Another intentional detail is what I said before, Beluga's titles by saying you, like I said. He adds the word to say that you are showing your meme, not Beluga. Now, take a look at this title in one of Beluga's videos, where he puts such an odd number. Easiest way to make $9,026,987.43. People, when looking at this video, are being like, why would I make only that amount of money? Like, why is it only $9,026,987.43? It's such a weird, odd, bold number than $10 million, because $10 million is such a even number. But this 9,026,000, all that jazz, that's such an odd number. People would just be like, wow, it's such a weird number. It's just very funny. It gives its own comedic effect in the title. I'll have to say, part 3, guys, I'm telling you, this 3 parts to this, because there's more into this guy. This guy, even though he doesn't have like talking in the videos, he's very smart with his videos. So Beluga's thumbnails, if you take a closer look at his Beluga's thumbnails, they're captured in a first person setting, where it feels like the video it's in your own screen. So like it's like as if you were looking at it on your own Discord. Like if you were looking Discord by yourself, it looks like the thumbnail is on your phone or on your computer. And then you could also see how he noticeably makes the thumbnails low quality and looks a little grainy, giving, again, homemade feeling and aspect. He does that on purpose. He doesn't do that unintentionally. He does that intentionally to make it look more homemade. Another thing that he does in thumbnails is screen capturing a moment before the video is answered, the story is answered in the video, forcing the viewer to want to watch now in order to get the answer towards the story. So like if he said how to win an argument in 9.17 seconds, when he made that video, he had the answer typed in the comment, but it was halfway, so then people would want to watch it and see what happened. Then he would intentionally make the thumbnails amateur looking with misspelled words, and like I said earlier, just grainy pictures, just giving in more homemade. He likes to make his videos more homemade and make it look like as if you were Beluga. So yeah, that's how he does that. And now we're out of the examples, which was the really big part of the YouTube, and I tell you right now that took a while to find out. So more into this. How to start a video. First 15 seconds. When you start a YouTube video, you need to be very interesting in the first 15 seconds, because if the first 15 seconds isn't interesting to the viewer, they will want to click off. That's why creators these days, when making videos, they do their best to explain the concept of the video and the overall why as to the whole video in itself. Like I said before, I've said this multiple times, I bet you, in the live stream, that I say the first 15 seconds needs to be very, very bigly. So, if you make the first 15 seconds very, very bigly, then people will want to watch throughout the video, because if you don't do the first 15 seconds correctly, nobody will watch the rest. So, let me use example MrBeast. Look at him in the bottom right. He's a very cool lad, Chad. And if you watch his videos, in the first 15 seconds of his videos, you could see how he does one edit per second, switching different cameras, panning and zooming the screen, putting different scenes in the video shown in the beginning, and then I'll add all the key points to the video, explain as to why the viewer clicked on MrBeast's video in the first place. And you could see just how he would explain the whole idea of the video, and he wastes no time at all and starts the video right away, so the viewer doesn't feel the need to click off because there isn't any fluff in the video. It goes straight to the point. If you add fluff in your video in the beginning of the video, people just would want to click off. They get bored. People's attention span is very, very short nowadays, and you could see that, like, because of YouTube. So now the challenge for YouTubers is to try to add as little to no fluff at all in their YouTube videos, just so people will continue watching the rest of the video. YouTube algorithm pacing, no fluff, straight to the point. Like I said before, no fluff, straight to the point. In the YouTube algorithm, pacing is very important when it comes to the video, and when you add fluff to the pacing so the video will be longer isn't the right way to deliver a successful video for people to be intrigued to watch. You should always watch or make someone else watch your video before posting it and asking yourself if the video makes sense at all, because when you add fluff, this is what happens, right? If you ever add jokes in the side or any side tangents, always asking yourself when doing it, always ask yourself, right? I don't know how I read that wrong. Always ask yourself when doing a joke or adding a joke, does it make sense to the video, or does it tie in with the central idea in the first place? If you say no to either of those questions, then chuck it. You don't need it. It's not worth it to keep the video, because it distracts the timeline in the video, making the video harder for the viewer to try to follow with the video in the first place, making them want to click off the video and not getting that audience retention that you need, man. You need that bigly audience retention. So, you do not want to distract the timeline of the video or the central idea, because if you add jokes that don't make sense or just are like a weird side tangent that are not really that it's not really that good, and it doesn't really tie into the theme, like I said before, it just would make it really harder for the viewer to understand. That's why you always want to make your videos easy to follow. That's why it's hard to tie in jokes sometimes, because you need the jokes to make sense, or just like have somewhere like in a part of the video to make sense. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, this one's completely optional too. YouTube algorithm upload breathing space. Here's something you should listen to, because like This is really important in my opinion though, but it's definitely optional. Breathing space is the amount of space that a YouTube video has before another video is uploaded after. The question that usually occurs is, how often should I upload? This depends on the type of videos you make and what type of audience you have. So you can always try to find the time to upload videos, or give your audience certain days when you upload. Like you'd always say, you could always put on your channel banner, I upload once a week or something like that, or every Fridays. Or you could always say in one of your videos, or you could just upload whenever you feel like it. Or like you could just try to upload once or twice a week. This is all optional. Like whenever, like this is always, how often should I upload? It really just depends. It's really a big depending kind of question. That would be the answer to it. Like, guys, you just do it, kind of. But the thing with daily content creators is that people try to make content every day and post the same day, trying to rush things, and then eventually burning themselves out. So then you want to check with your physical and mental health at all times, because the last thing you want to do as a creator is to burn yourself out and then never make a video for the next 6 months, losing your viewer retention by like 50% because nobody cares about your video anymore and nobody knows that you uploaded again. Uploading every day is not the key to getting a lot of views, because when you upload way too many views, the quality of each video will not be there, and you always should just think quality over quantity. Quality is better than the quantity, because if you make quality videos, then chances are there will be more viewers to watch the video than if you had 15 videos with 200k each and K viewers, and then quality views get 5 million views, which is way more than the 5 quantity videos. So guys, think quality, right? Think quality. It's always quality, guys, because look, the videos wouldn't even make sense usually if you have a lot of videos, and they usually wouldn't even be that good, or they would have like little to none editing. Like the video would not have that much edited stuff, and it wouldn't even be thought out. It wouldn't be thought out at all. You just need to think about quality, guys. Now, next thing is the rinse and repeat video ideas, guys. This is something that you would think isn't that good, but it really is. Because rinsing and repeating good video ideas is something that you need to do once you have this thing. And when I say thing, is you really need a good video idea in the first place in order to do this tactic. And I'll use Dream as an example for this tactic, because he did this procedure very well, and look as to where this got him. 29+ million subscribers as of now. So the tactic that I'm talking about is the rinse and repeat method. It's when you have a really good video idea and you rinse and repeat that idea into better and better video quality. From the more times you do the video concept, the better you will become in executing the video and recording it, and then editing it into more perfection. Something that I could relate to this is a rinse and repeat method. Is something I did, which was the FNAF live stream. A lot of people were wanting to watch that video, so then I started to rinse and repeat that idea and made more live streams in it. But now I think I kind of just like rinse and repeat it a little bit too much, so I'm dying down into the FNAF streams. But you could see how in Dream's Minecraft Manhunt videos, he at first doesn't call it Minecraft Manhunt, and he isn't that good as to trying to survive and beat the game. Then, the more videos he posts on Minecraft Manhunt, he gets better and better with attention and clutches and editing, and gradually, as he posts more and more manhunts, he just gets better and better. You could see how he gets better and better, just like if you look through all his manhunts, you could just see how he progresses into a better and better state of Minecraft Manhunt. He becomes a better editor, better things, better that. Just better in general. Now, I'll tell you something right now about posting videos on different platforms. If you're going to do this, you're going to need to do it right. When it comes down to trying to post a video, a YouTube vid, on a different platform, don't try spamming the link or put it somewhere on the platform where it doesn't relate / make sense. If you want to post your video on Reddit, post a video on a subreddit where it relates, or there is a somewhat connection to it. Like if you make a Minecraft video and post it on a Minecraft subreddit that allows you to post your channel content or allows you to promote your channel stuff, then yes, go for it. But if you post Minecraft in a Fortnite subreddit, would that make sense at all? It needs to relate somewhat, or like if you at least like change it somewhat to make it relate, then yeah, go for it. Do what you want. In TikTok, you could put tags or summaries on to the video in the bio or links and all that stuff. You could do that. That's just how you could do that. You just do that by doing that. You know what I'm saying? Doing it. You just do it, guys. Like Nike, you just do it. For any other platforms, just remember to ask yourself if it just makes sense or relates to the place that you're putting it in. And also putting tags to show what the video is about. That helps a lot too. Just saying. And you look, I showed Reddit, Discord, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and it has YouTube in the middle, because that's the thing. Now, this one, yeah, this is a big topic, yeah, and this, I have to use Dream, because Dream was the one to use this tactic and make better videos. Not better videos, it was more just like, what can I say? Like, not better videos, just to get his name out there. Yeah, there. That's better. Of way to put it. Like I said before in the examples, Dream had to execute this perfectly so I could use him as an example as to what this is and how this helps in rising YouTube creator fame. Trend jacking is a procedure when something big happens that is a trending all over the place and people start posting videos on the subject, thus getting their videos on topic, #1 trending, and then gaining subs and views. Dream had done this trend jacking in late 2019 during PewDiePie's Minecraft Let's Play, and the #1 thing people wanted to do was to get his Minecraft seed, so then Dream started to make videos on trying to solve PewDiePie's seed, and that attracted a lot of fame for him. And then, after the trend I'm okay now. The trend slowed down. He started to express in his own videos and started to put his own personality in Minecraft videos, and then he had gone skyrocketing in YouTube ever since then. You need to act fast when a trend is happening because trends can die very fast. So you need to pounce at the time and the moment whenever a trend super big pops up. You just gotta act fast, guys. Like when something big happens, there's no time to waste. You gotta go big or go home, because if you wanna hop on the trend jacking train, you gotta act fast, my guy. And I wrote this on big letters because you need to act fast. And I cannot tell you any bigger than this. I have to bold this right now. I need to tell you that if you ever want to do a trend jacking method, you need to act fast in order to do this. And plus, you always need to have a plan B, because after you trend jack, you need to put your own videos and stuff, so then people that subscribe to you sees your content add on, and then they'll be like, huh, I really did subscribe to him for this trend jacking method he did, but now he's actually making content that's not on the trend jacking subject, and he's making actually somewhat good content, and then more and more subscribers will pop up to you. Hold on, guys. Now, asking yourself the 3 questions about your videos. This is something that you don't have to follow, but I think it's worth it to listen to. Asking yourself the 3 questions, this involves, #1, is the video an interesting idea? #2, is the video entertaining and engaging? #3, is the video easy to follow? YouTube algorithm. Now, this is optional. Asking yourself these questions before uploading your video, and if you can't decide the answer to one of the questions, get a friend or family member to watch the video and ask for their opinion on the video, because you need some unbiased opinion and to see if they would think that this is an interesting video idea, and they would be like, yeah, if I saw this video in the wild of YouTube, I would say this is pretty interesting to watch, and I would click on it. Or once you click on it, would you think that this is an entertaining video and it's engaging? And obviously, in order for a video to be entertaining and engaging, it needs to be easy to follow, making it very, very, very easy to watch, making the viewer want to watch all the way. Because if it's easy to follow, then people will easily watch through the video. But if it's hard to follow, they would want to click off. Because if anything is too hard to understand, the viewer would just click off. Now, oh shoot, I just dropped my mic. Now, we're going to go on to the standing out and being unique section. The number one thing to do, and you can never forget this, is you need to just be unique. And you need to stand out. Your viewers will appreciate you for who you are when you act true to yourself. And in these videos, because when some fan walks up to you, they will see who you really are. And if you act the same on YouTube, they will know that you aren't fake. Now, no hate to Morgs, but you don't want to do what he did and just become a fake person and then go through a whole mental and spiritual crisis and then finally come through clean. Obviously, it was the right thing to do, but it was too late. Morgs pretty much taught the whole of YouTube and what not to do when being a creator. Don't fake others, because you start to fake yourself and start to lose who you really are as a human. Because once you start to fake others, you just fake yourself. That's the moral of what he showed in this whole thing. He just showed how he became untrue to himself. That's what he did. And you don't want to do that, because if you do that, you'll go through this. You'll go through this whole thing and then have to make a documentary. Now, I don't know if there's anybody watching, but hopefully there's somebody watching, because then this would be Q&A time. This Q&A would just be very not for it, because I need someone to watch this. Anybody got any questions? We're on the Q&A, I know, right? An hour and a half passed by that quickly. I mean, it felt quick for me, honestly. I felt like I just spent 10 minutes only talking about this. But I could definitely feel that it was an hour and a half, because my mouth is completely dry and I've drank like 3 sips already of the video. So, if there's anybody that's watching the video right now and that wants to ask a question, then feel free to right now, because this is your only chance to ask me. Kinda. Because if you want to write on the live stream's comment section after this live stream's published, you guys can comment as much as you want as to how many questions you have about YouTube in general, and I'll try to answer this to the best of my ability. Because, just to let you know, I'm young, so I don't know the whole of YouTube, and there's so much more to the YouTube algorithm that I did not even explain, because if I explained the whole YouTube algorithm, then this video or live stream would not end at all. Because the YouTube algorithm, and I'll say this, the YouTube algorithm is a very hard thing to understand, and I don't think anybody will ever achieve the complete understanding of YouTube. Anybody can get a good grasp of the understanding the whole YouTube algorithm, but nobody, and I mean nobody, will understand how to keep like beating the YouTube algorithm as a whole and just being a gamer and just getting good at it. Like, nobody will ever be crazy at it, but you know who is like a good example of who did show that they were crazy at it? It's this guy, MrBeast, and this guy Dream too. Yeah. I mean, I'm showing a lot of people that show that they could beat the YouTube algorithm, but they got all good understanding. Everybody that I'm showing right here in the Q&A did show that they had a good understanding of the YouTube algorithm and showed that they understand what is the YouTube algorithm. So, I just wanted to say that right now. So, Q&A, guys. I'm just waiting for you guys to... I know there's only one watching right now. Like, I'll tell you again, right? That even though, guys, that I only have 413 subscribers, you would think that I don't really understand the YouTube algorithm as a whole. And you would be right. I don't understand it all at all that much. But I did research, and I know the YouTube algorithm more than a usual person at my age would, because I'm only 13, guys. I'm only 13, and this is all the research that I was able to do. And plus, I'm going to say it again. Shout out to Patty Galloway, because he helped me with this stuff. And I did a lot of research. I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I searched up a lot of, like, if you look at my YouTube search history, you would see a lot of things that I searched up, because I searched up so many things that had to do with YouTube algorithm. And if like, bro, my pretty much suggested YouTube search is just YouTube algorithm, MrBeast strategy, KSI strategy, Dream strategy, Tommyinit YouTube strategy, PewDiePie strategy, Beluga strategy, Ryan Trahan strategy, all these people's strategies. They would just say strategy. It's all different strategies. Everybody has their different way in making YouTube, because like I said, YouTube is very diverse. There's a lot of diverse things in YouTube, and anybody could beat the YouTube algorithm in a different way. There's always different ways in beating the YouTube algorithm. There's not just one way into doing it, but there's a very common thread into doing it in the first place. Like, there isn't, it's not like if you follow this one way, like I explained, then you will become YouTube famous. That's not true. But I'm not even talking about just to become YouTube famous. I'm talking about how to get your name spread, because right now, that's what I want to do on YouTube. I want to get my name spread out into the whole community, because you live once, right? You only live once. So I want to get my name spread out, so I could always have a legacy on YouTube. I want a legacy on YouTube too. But that's all I could say right now. I'm just waiting for the comments to roll in, but obviously I don't have enough watchers to do that. But that's okay, because I could always rewatch or look at all your comments from the comment section after this live stream is over, and I could always answer this to the best of my ability, like I said earlier. I'll try to answer as many as I can, but if I have too many comments, which I doubt I will have like more than 5 comments. This is just something that I did. This is a research project that I've done, not for school. This was all just for an interest. I had the mentality of doing all of these slides. And guys, when I had this mentality, I did not think anything else but YouTube algorithm. I was at school just learning math, language arts, and social studies and all that stuff. I couldn't think of that. I was too busy thinking of YouTube, because I was so hooked into this, bro. Like, guys, I was just like, my mentality, everything I thought about was just YouTube. I ate, slept, and did YouTube. That's all I was doing. I was going crazy on YouTube. I was just just going crazy on YouTube. That's all I could say. But with that being said, if there's no questions to talk about, I'll tell you right now, the Q&A time will be the comment section, because if I don't have a Q&A right now in the live stream, or the live chat, let's say, then I'll give you more and more things. And if you guys enjoyed this live stream, then I will definitely give you a part 2 to this, or I'll give you an extended version, or like an updated version. If there's anything to be added, I will do an updated version if you guys want me to. But with that being said, I have shown you, hold on, let me do a dramatic pause. I've shown you the way of YouTube Doodle 2G's version.